I've been talking to community members and their friends about Bailey and Preston, and they all have to say the same thing. They can't believe that they're gone. Well, Carly, you can see right here in these tire tracks that the driver went through this yard, destroying trees, hit that basketball goal, and then eventually stopped inside their home. I'll tell you, the people here are fired up because Governor Mike Parson just took the stage and said he believes that when Josh Hawley comes out tonight, he will be senator. He's very optimistic about that. But the thing about that is, well, Jeff and Kathy, the arrest area is open now, but the suspect is still on the loose. Well, here's a look along Broadway in Cape Girardeau. It's one of the main drags, and as you can see, it's pretty clear right now. But once you get out to those big side roads in the neighborhoods, they look a lot like this, untouched by plow trucks. Well, Carly, we haven't had much trouble driving around, but we've also been going considerably under the speed limit. And the roads are still, they're still slick, and there's a lot of slush on the grounds. Now, I was driving out earlier, if you look at this video that I shot. Action Sports in Paducah is selling these shirts for $10, with 100% of the proceeds going to the victims and their families. I was there this morning before the doors were technically even open, and there was already people inside lined up all the way out. Now, I was out here for the 4 o'clock Heartland News Now, and I'm telling you, it feels 10 degrees colder and the snow is coming down much harder. If you were watching the news at 4, you saw that this road was clear, and now it's already got a white dusting. Over the years, records have brought a lot of people together, but none quite like this. This group got together for the first time to hear a recording of a 3-time Purple Heart recipient, Melvin Jones. Elliot Wade was going through a box of records he bought at an estate sale when he found something special. And
I just knew there was something special about it. I'd never seen one like it before. It was still sealed, never been opened, and I just felt like it wasn't right for me to open it.
So he went to Facebook, and within 2 hours, he says he was on the phone with Melvin Jones's daughter, Lynn Stone.
Isn't that amazing? It was wonderful. The thought that someone would actually take the time to trace us down and find us, to give us this. I mean, how many people would do that?
For Wade, there was no question.
Whenever I realized that it was still sealed, it was handwritten, it was sent during World War II, you know, in my head, I was just seeing this couple that were split apart, and the man just wanting to get in touch with his wife or future wife or whatever it is, and I just felt like I could not be the first person to hear that.
Jones's daughter had no idea the recording existed.
When we first learned of this, I know Lynn was thinking, I bet this is his music. I bet he sent her a song.
They say their father was a lawyer by profession and a musician by passion, and was always playing the piano.
The year before he died, I said to him, you know, one of these days you're going to move away, and I'm really going to miss this piano playing. So that Christmas, he gave us all a CD of him playing many of his songs. And I played that at my daughter's wedding reception. I mean, he had passed, but we still had his music.
He even composed his own music.
He did write songs. He wrote a song to her. Was it called Pauline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her middle name was Pauline, our mother's middle name. So he wrote a song called Pauline at one point that he said was dedicated to her. So it makes me wonder if that's what this was. I told a lot of my friends as I was leaving Kansas City to come here, you know, if I hear his voice on this recording, it'll be the first time in almost 15 years I've heard it.
Unfortunately, when they put the record on, they couldn't make out what it was. But still, the women are grateful to have a little piece of their father back.
And to have this little piece of history is just a very valuable thing. And we can, if we can redeem it, we can pass it down to generations. They will always have that. And I just think that is so valuable.
And as for Wade, he's glad he could do this for the family.
I was able to take something that's been lost for 76 years and return it to its home, you know, and that's something I don't have the words to describe necessarily, other than just saying it's a goosebump moment.
They are going to try and digitize whatever is on the record. They also tell us that their father's birthday was last week, and they consider this a birthday gift from him.
Hot.
It's a feeling we all know too well.
It'll get hotter.
Troy Heiser is a roofer and has been for 14 years. And this morning on the roof, the temperature was higher than 150 degrees and rising.
Crazy, ain't it? We'll polish a water cooler off almost a day, or sometimes before the day's over.
He says if you work outside or are just out in the yard, you need to know your body.
Take it slow and steady. Don't overexert yourself. Just go as you're able to. A lot of times the heat get to you and start messing with you a little bit, and it doesn't hurt to have somebody keeping an eye on you.
Heiser says they always try to beat the heat.
Try to start early as possible and get out of here as soon as you can.
But sometimes that's not always possible.
Shoot, by 7 o'clock, I think felt like it was almost 100 degrees.
Well, it's been an emotional day here in Sikeston as dozens have come by to welcome David Robinson home.
18 years too long, man. For real, man. Glad to see you, man. I'm gonna tell the rest of the people, man. That's all right, man. I'll tell you, man. It's all right. You all right? You home, man. You home with us, man. You home with us. Always, big dog. Always. Always. Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
For the first time in nearly 2 decades, David Robinson is free.
And free indeed.
After years of legal ups and downs, Robinson's family can now rejoice in his homecoming.
I'm elated. I am super happy. I'm overjoyed. I'm full. I'm really full.
It's finally over. And so he's home with his family. And so it's just time to enjoy him, enjoy family, and just enjoy life right now.
Everyone, including Robinson, says it still feels like a dream.
I'm still taking it all in. I mean, my short-term goal is number one, stay out of trouble. I mean, the last 17 years and 9 months and 1 week today, I can't do that again. I mean, I don't want to do it again.
And he says his family's support will help him adjust.
It's a lot that happened and a lot that went on, I mean, but we still together.
We believe in David. We believe in David.
Robinson tells me the first thing he did when he got to Sikeston was visit the family cemetery.
So I went to the graveyard to see a lot of the people that deceased while I was gone away, but I don't know.
He's also meeting family for the first time.
Good night, that's Mr. King.